This is my base. In the sky. From the top of the highest mountain, I can see everything and get anywhere in just a few seconds. But you may be wondering, how will I survive having the most exposed base in the entire game? Well, let's find out. Welcome to a new start. Today, we will play solo, and our main goal is to build a base in the sky. But until we reach this step, we have the following tasks. Our main goal is to build the base in the sky, but without a starting base, we can't do anything. And we have the first player. I am very bad on this because I didn't play for a very long time, but we will solve the problem very soon. Here I want to make the base. It is near the train yard and the dome. In addition, it is the highest area on the map. To be honest, I am very scared because it's a very difficult challenge. It is clear that the base will be very visible and everyone will come to it. And our goal is to keep the base safe, I think. And now that easy looked. But the biggest problem is related to resources. To be able to build this base, we will need a lot of stone and wood. So let's farm a little bit. This will be our first video, so I am sorry if there are any problem. I will try to fix everything. Just leave a comment with a problem and I promise that I will read every comment and try to fix in the future. To begin with, we will make a 2x1 base where we can farm and collect loot so that it will be easier for us later to make the base in the sky. I hope that no one will break the wooden doors until we manage to make metal ones. And with the base completed, it's time to get some loot. Maybe we can get a weapon. The turret is very useful, as is the large furnace. They will help us enormously in our goal. And bingo, we also have the gun. I think that I see a player, but I don't have a lot of bullets for him. With the whole lot stored in the base, I decided to go farm scrap, but the whole game is going to have another twist. And this is where the war began. Remember this name because something very important is about to happen soon. And again, I was killed by his team, but nothing is forgiven. So, I decided to take revenge. I returned to the place where he killed me and tried to follow him, to find out exactly what their base is. I think it's him. Let's follow him to see where he goes. I think this is the base, but we need to see if we can hear something from the base. Bingo! We found it! But before we get to the raid, we have to build the base. So we started farming scrap so we could buy jackhammer. As I said earlier, to build this sky base, we will need a lot of materials, and without a jackhammer, it will be very difficult to get enough stone. And while I was scrap farming, I noticed that someone was selling a jackhammer for 1 sulfur, so there was no way I was going to miss this offer. Good! Now that we finally have everything we need, let's start farming materials for the base. When I started playing, I found it very boring to farm, but now I find it one of the most relaxing things. And let's not forget wood, the main resource. While I was farming, I found this decay base. Let's see if we're lucky or not. What did I expect? Just garbage. Now let's go back to the farm. But since it will take a long time before I can collect all the materials, I will come back when I have everything ready. I came back. I think I made enough materials so that we can build everything to the top. Now that I look better, I really chose the best location for this challenge. The mountain is perfect. The construction will be 3 by 3. We will then build a lot in height, and at the top I want it to be some kind of bunker to protect the loot as best as possible. I also want to add turrets to the top so we can defend against the minicopters. I'm going to do everything again on speedrun because the total build took about 2 hours in real life. If I left everything, surely no one watched the whole video. While building the base in the sky, I realized that we didn't build the furnace base from our list of tasks. Without this base furnace, we cannot cook all the sulfur and metal that we farmed. So, let's quickly build the furnace base, and then continue our work on the sky base. I haven't built this type of base in over 2 years. Let's see if it still works. And one more thing that I did not take into account is related to the materials. If we build this furnace base as well, most likely we won't have enough materials to complete the sky base, and we have to go back to the farm again. And this is the final result. Now we have the place for the furnace and we can focus on completing the sky base. But when I went to farm a little more stone, I came across this player. What follows will amaze you. Then I got my revenge. Now, because we have the necessary materials, it is time to complete the base. It's already starting to take shape. I'm really curious how long it will last until it gets raided. Another important aspect that we have not discussed is how we will be able to climb up here. Initially, I thought of installing an elevator, but I couldn't find anyone to sell one, and I didn't want to waste time learning it from the workbench tree, so we will use the easiest option, namely through normal stairs. This is the base. Of course, we still need to upgrade it, move the loot, and organize it a little, but structurally, this is our base from the sky. I'm really proud of what we managed to do. Now let's take care of the entrance and the stairs, and how to enter the base is there are no stairs. But while we were building, I heard something. It seems that someone is already looking to raid us. Never mind, we'll have to finish the base first. And that's about it with the construction of the base. Now we can focus on the raid. It seems that what I said is true. When the base is completed, we will have a lot of people who will come either to raid it or to camp it. Oh, perfect. My gun is still here. I want to move the loot that is left from the starter base to the sky base. It is much more protected there. We have already moved a large part. Let's take the last one. I realize that until now I haven't shown you how the stairs work, only how I built them. Come with me and let's do a test and move the items up. And this is everything we have until now. I think is pretty good look for how much we managed to work for this. We focus most of the time on building the base, not on items. In order to be able to build an explosive, we must first learn it. So with the scrap we had left, we started the workbench tech tree. But do you think we have enough scrap? The answer is no, so I went on a farm trip to the train yard. I really miss when I used to play Rust and farm all day. I remember that the train yard was my favorite monument. And now that we have made the necessary scrap, we can continue to learn all the items we need from the workbench. Do you remember the turret we found at the dome when we started? I installed it as well. It will definitely help us in the defense of the base. I think someone is trying to raid our base. Let's go check it out. I'll let them raid it. Anyway, I've moved all the loot out of it. I let them to waste the explosive. But that doesn't mean we can't have a little fun with them. But I realized one thing. Every time this team came to PvP, it goes from the base we found at the beginning, the Russian one. So I took all the sulfur I had, started crafting satchels, and going to get my revenge. I still hope that everything we took will be enough for this raid and we can get rid of them. Considering that 10 minutes ago they were at our base, they are definitely online. I probably made a mistake because I took all the explosives with me from the first, taking into account that they are 3 to 4 players and I play solo. And I was right. They are online. And you remember this name? It is the player from the beginning of the game. It his base. So, we finally took revenge. But as I expected, his teammates appeared, but it's not a problem. The problem was when I wanted to respawn and I got kicked me from the server. And this didn't happen just once, it happened many times. So the people I tried to raid probably already took all the explosives. There was no point in going back. I considered that I fulfilled my mission. I built the base in the sky, I survived, and I somehow got my revenge. So, before we end the video, I want to do something good. I saw that someone was being attacked by a patrol helicopter, so I went to check. And here I discovered a team of beginners who seemed friendly. So I decided to give them all my bases. Surely they can take my story further.
Thank you.
Thank you, bro. Bro, can you open this container, please?
And this was our story. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like if you support me.